Hey y'all, it's Brianna. I'm an admin for the CYG page, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about our favorite conservative political activists or figures.
Hey y'all, I'm Grace.
Hey guys, I'm Jessie.
Hi guys, it's Walt.
Hey guys, it's Aaliyah and I'm one of the admins for Conservative Youth Group.
My three favorite political figures are Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, and Steven Crowder. So I really like Ben Shapiro because he's really smooth in his arguments. He always has his facts ready and he uses little to no emotion in all of his arguments, and that's probably why the left hates him so much. And I really think that we should try to debate like him, use as many facts as possible and try to not really show a lot of emotion. So I like Steven Crowder because I love how he goes to college campuses and he sets up his Change My Mind table, which encourages people who disagree with his, political views to come up to him and have a civil discussion. I love how he's always open to having his mind changed, and I really think that's a great quality to have, to, be open to having your mind changed. Otherwise, I don't really see a point for a debate. If two people are debating each other, but their mindset is that nothing's gonna change their minds, and then I really don't see the point of having that debate. So I really think that's a great quality to have, and that's why I like Steven Crowder. So one of my other favorites, Charlie Kirk. Let's talk about him. So I think Charlie Kirk is a really smart guy. He's very sharp. He never backs down in debates, and I just love how he always has a full list of facts and statistics memorized for whenever he gets into a debate. You probably know Charlie Kirk as the founder of Turning Point USA and Turning Point UK. He hosts events all over America and also in the UK, where he unites conservatives together and educates them with all sorts of political speakers that attend the event. So I just think overall that Charlie Kirk is a really good example of someone we should look up to.
So my top two favorites are Lila Rose and Kristin Hawkins. They are both extreme pro-life advocates, which I love because the topic of abortion is what really drew me to the conservative side and just into politics in general. So Lila Rose is the founder and president of Live Action, and Kristin Hawkins is the president of the Students for Life. And I both really admire both of these women. Lila Rose, she founded her organization when she was in her teens because she wanted to get more involved in the abortion issue, which shows that no matter how young you may be, you can still get involved into something and you can still fight to make a change no matter what. There's always a way to push through, persevere, and she gets a lot of hate for it, but day by day she's pushing through, and she's made her organization one of the most well-known in the pro-life and pro-choice movement as well. And with Kristin Hawkins, I admire her because Students for Life is another one of those organizations that kind of just really tries to get teens involved and shows you that no matter how young you are, you can get involved, you do have a voice, and you can make a change. So I really admire Students for Life and Kristin for being the president of that and just bringing forth that. She also does a lot of good in the pro-life movement, and she helps out so much, and I just really value that. She listens to students and she gives them a voice. She makes them feel heard and understood, and especially finding their place in the pro-life movement, because that can be really scary sometimes. You're like, I'm one person, I don't know what to do, I don't know what can help. Her and her organization can help equip you with the tools that you need to become knowledgeable and helpful in the pro-life movement, so they change hearts and minds and save lives on campuses and help pregnant and parenting students. So Lila Rose and Kristin Hawkins are my two favorite conservative political figures.
Ronald Reagan is one of my favorite politicians because he's a family man, he's very traditional, he's very patriotic about our country, and he was feared by other countries. He strengthened our military, had lots of tax cuts, and helped bring an end to the Cold War. Nowadays, whenever I hear the slogan, "Make America Great Again," I always think of Ronald Reagan because he also had the slogan, "Let's make America Great Again." And I always think of how Ronald Reagan and Trump have similar political philosophies. Crazy to think, but JFK is one of my favorite presidents and politicians alongside Reagan. He was very patriotic and he served in the US Naval Forces during World War II. He got America out of a recession and he created the Peace Corps. He also worked for equal rights for African Americans by signing the Civil Rights Act in 1964. And he also worked for equal rights for women by signing the Equal Pay Act in 1963.
My favorite political influencer is Kristin Hawkins, the president of Students for Life. I absolutely admire her passion for the pro-life movement. Her dedication to helping women and children in need is absolutely inspiring to me. One of my favorite things that she does is her podcast, because every single time I listen to them, I'm always learning something new. Kristin Hawkins is definitely a role model to me because she's such an amazing mother and she has beautiful children of her own, and yet she is still able to run an organization and do so many wonderful things for women and children. Kristin Hawkins is definitely the definition of a strong, amazing woman. She shows what it is to be an empowered woman. One of my favorite sayings is, empowered women empower women to choose life. And amazing, strong women like Kristin Hawkins empower women to choose life.
Today I'm going to be telling you my 3 favorite conservative political figures. So number 1, Matt Gaetz. He's a representative for Florida's 1st District. He's just a really nice guy. He's really cool too. He's been a big voice on impeachment and coronavirus. Recently, he proposed a bill to deport all illegal immigrants during the coronavirus. So I really like him, and I hope he runs for president one day. The second, I have Nigel Farage. He's the leader of the Brexit Party in the UK, and he's kind of what started the Brexit movement, which is obviously what made Britain leave the EU. He's been in politics for like 25 years, and he's just really awesome, and he goes to Turning Point USA things a lot, and I like his voice as well. It's really funny. Okay, and last we have Rand Paul. He's a senator from Kentucky. He actually had coronavirus recently, but thankfully he recovered, and he's kind of a more libertarian guy, so I like how he's conservative but also supports a smaller government and less taxes.
Alrighty, thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't, please check our social media link down below, and we will see you guys next video.